Welcome into Syracuse High School for Region 1 versus Region 3 crossover doubleheader between the Syracuse Titans and the Lone Peak Knights. Pleasant good evening to you. Trevor Allen here with you. Thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday night for some high school basketball. We've got a good one here to start off our doubleheader. First, we'll go with the Lone Peak Knights under head coach Nancy Warner, who just picked up her 200th win in her 13th season when the Lone Peak Knights beat the Lehigh Pioneers 48-43 last week. And coming into the season, it was all about trying to get that fifth straight state championship after accomplishing their fourth last year. But things have kind of changed a little bit. I mean, it's still up there for the state championship, but they're going to have to do it without their star player and BYU commit, Kennedy Woolston, who suffered a torn ACL last month. Since then, the Knights have been 5-2, including winning 5 in a row coming into this game. And then, but leading the way is freshman Peyton Warner, who's averaging 9.4 points per game for the Knights. And she, a true freshman I say that, it's high school, so they're all true, but she has been fantastic since the injury to Kennedy Woolston in their last game against Lehigh, a 48-43 win. She had 27 points, including 10 of 20 from the field, and she has been on fire since then. Starting lineups first for the Knights, number 0, Huni Folau, sophomore. Also a sophomore, number 1, Charlie Warner. Freshman, number 2, Peyton Warner. Number 5, sophomore, that's Jamie King. And trying to get that last number, that is Lave Holcraft, number 21. And for Syracuse, they actually lost to Lone Peak in the quarterfinals in the state tournament last year, and they're hoping to make a run back to the Huntsman Center again. We'll go through their lineup here. Got number 2, Maylee Anderson, who's one of the best players in the state in girls basketball. It goes down to number 10. Excuse me, got to get the clock synced up here. It is unofficial. We'll stop it at times, start it. Try to keep it synced up here in the gym as going up no good there is Warner, Peyton Warner. But scoring for the Titans, number 10, Zadie Peterson on that last play, a senior. Also, number 12, Rachel McBride is in the starting lineup. And number 20, Carson Visser. And also number 35, Olivia Sorensen. They're in the home white. As Anderson will go up no good. Sorensen grabs the offensive board. There's Anderson again. Maylee good. Floater up and in. And she's got her first bucket of the game, and it's 4-0 Syracuse. Jamie King answers on the other end for the first basket for the Lone Peak Knights. With 90 seconds gone by here in the opening quarter. Anderson in the corner for 3. Yes! Maylee Anderson from downtown. On the season, that's her 38th three-pointer. She's shooting, coming into this game, 39%. And now Warner, no good on that one. And an over-the-back foul on Lave Holcraft. Substitution coming in. And taken away by Warner. Peyton will go to Jamie King, and she'll put it up. Can't get it to go. And Syracuse comes away with it. That's Zadie Peterson. Now to Anderson, who's had a great senior year to this point. Syracuse winners in 5 of their last 6 games. And a three-pointer no good by Peterson. Syracuse currently tied atop Region 1. They are the defending Region 1 champs. As Lone Peak with possession. Full out. 15 on the shot clock. Dumps it down to Bogas. No good. Who just checked into the game. And Sorensen with the rebound. Anderson guarded by Warner. And a foul there. With 4:53 to go here in the opening quarter. Coming off of a screen by McBride. Sorensen to Rachel. McBride backing in. She'll put up the hook. No good. And Folau with the rebound. Dump it off to Warner. She'll fire for 3. Yes, Charlie Warner with a triple. The sophomore getting things going for the Knights. And now they're within 2. No good on the three-pointer there by Anderson. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. Syracuse under head coach Braden Hamlin. He's in his 8th season, 136 wins, 46 losses. Doing a great job with this Syracuse team. Hoping to make a state title run. It would be their first since 2012. And from deep, good. That's Jamie King. She's off to a good start. And the Knights are back on top. Or excuse me, take their first lead of the game. Sorensen, Peterson, McBride. Back to Sorensen, playing around the perimeter. Now to Anderson. Sorensen was looking for Anderson backdoor. Instead, she'll get Rachel McBride, and she gets that one to go. The bucket and the foul. McBride trying to get a lot of action on that back cut with trying to get the ball into the post. And then had Anderson on the backside, couldn't get it. Really good defense there for Lone Peak, but then McBride was able to curl around and get it. McBride gets that one to go. Checking in for the Titans is number 15. That's Avery King, the junior. As the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be Syracuse basketball. Also checking in, number 44, Mindy McNeil, a freshman. Haley Anderson on the year, averaging 15.5 points per game. She's one of the top scorers, not only in 6A, but in the state, as Avery King gets that one to go. Coming off of a screen is Peyton Warner. Now to Charlie. Deep 3. Short. And it's deflected by Warner. Doing a great job defensively as well. She's got 20 steals on the year, averaging 1.1 per game. Has hit 18 threes on 36%. As Jamie King will come out. And checking in is number 13, Trina Ayasua. Now in the corner, good. That's Anderson, her second triple of the game. And a timeout taken by Coach Warner. 15-8 is our score, and it's a 30-second timeout. Want to remind you that Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by Big O Tires. While you tune into the game, let Big O Tires and American Fork tune up your ride. Stop by for expert service and discounts on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Schedule an appointment online at bigotires.com or call the store at 801-692-3757. Big O Tires, the team you trust. And also by Jace, the right meds the moment you need them. Thank you to them for their support of Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. As a rare non-region game of what they've done, and I think it's a great idea. Both Region 1 and Region 3 don't have as many teams in their region. They have 5 teams total. So you only get four opponents in your region. So that's 8 games. And so they're like, okay, we still got to fill up our schedule. Let's do a crossover. And that's where Region 1 and Region 3 have decided to schedule games against each other. We've got games tonight in that crossover as that is Peyton Warner. She goes up and blocked. We've got Weber hosting Skyridge tonight. We've also got Corner Canyon traveling to Davis here on KSLSports.com. And a 3, no good there by Lone Peak. With 2:02 to go here in the first quarter. And it'll be Lone Peak basketball. Now here's Charlie Warner. Warner again, that one too strong. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Syracuse basketball. And Jamie King will come back in for the Knights.
Checking back in for the Knights is Jamie King.
Coming up after this one at 7 o'clock, or roughly after, will be the boys. Syracuse taking on Lone Peak. And Anderson with the offensive foul. And Coach Hemblin is backpedaling as he's talking to the official. And that's the first personal on Anderson. The second team foul on the Titans. And it's taken away momentarily and now secured by Syracuse. Anderson go down low to Sorensen. Hook too strong. McNeil on the backside gets the offensive rebound, but can't get it to go, but she'll go to the free throw line. Minnie McNeil, the freshman, as you can tell, very tall for a freshman. Averaging 5.1 points, 3.8 rebounds, and has 13 blocks on the year, shooting 48% from the field. And at the foul line, she gets that one to go, as she's just 35% from the free throw line, but able to get that one to go. And that's the second foul on Bagues for Lone Peak, and so she'll head to the bench. Peyton Warner on the other end lays it up and in. Sister-to-sister connection there. And can't get that one to go, and here comes Peyton Warner. 3-on-2. Goes off the foot. We'll see who they say it's off of, and they'll say it's off of Lone Peak. Syracuse basketball, they'll put on the full court press. With 52 seconds on the dot remaining here in the first quarter. And I think it's a delay of game is what they call that, because she kicked it and stepped over the line, over the boundary line, so It's not a foul. It's just pretty much a delay of game, essentially. Now trying to cross the timeline is Syracuse. Now McNeil from the elbow. That one rolls out. And Jamie King has it with about 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Folau. Kick out to Warner. She'll fire for three. Too strong and grabbed by Jasmine Burnett, sophomore, number 5. Shot clock is turned off now with 15 seconds. And here's Anderson. Guarded by Warner. Down to 7. Anderson, she'll drive and she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line with the foul on Peyton Warner. That's her second personal. That's a big foul, especially late in the first quarter. And Coach Warner laying into Peyton Warner. Coach Warner, one of the best coaches in the state. Just reached her 200th win of her career at Lone Peak. As the free throw, second one is good. Charlie Warner at the horn. Yes! Charlie Warner from downtown could potentially give momentum to the Knights heading into the second quarter. After one, it's Syracuse 17, Lone Peak 13. Back with the second quarter after this. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by Tab Bank. Home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Trevor Allen here with you. Tino Psyche on the camera. Glad to have you with us here for game one of our doubleheader between the Syracuse Titans and the Lone Peak Knights. It'll be Lone Peak basketball coming out of the break. And Jamie King, who had a solid first quarter, inbounds. One thing to note as Charlie Warner tries to get her second three in a row, and she does. Charlie Warner hit one at the end of the quarter and hits one now. Brings the Knights within one. But as I was saying, Peyton Warner has 2 fouls. Something to watch out for if you're Lone Peak. Anderson rips the ball away, can't get it to go, and here come the Knights. Warner, the lefty, pulls up, no good. Rebound by Folau, and she gets that one to go. Huni Folau. And it's a 5-0 run to start the second quarter for Lone Peak. And they have the lead. And that one is too strong for Jasmine Burnett. And on the backside, Holcraft wide open for the lay-in. Great awareness there for the Knights. And it's a 7-0 run to start the quarter. Burnett tries to stop the bleeding, can't get it to go. Folau with the run out. 3-on-2. Folau to Warner for three. Yes! Peyton Warner with the triple. And Coach Hamblin wants a timeout. .10 run to start in just over 90 seconds. And it's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. And 96 seconds into this second quarter, it's a 10-0 run for the Lone Peak Knights, and they have a 23, as I update the scoreboard here, 23-17 lead. Their biggest so far in this one. As Maylee Anderson with the ball coming out of the timeout and taken away. Full out, throws it ahead to Charlie Warner, and it's stolen away by Carson Visser. Senior, I believe. And she has it now to Anderson. Kick out to Anderson, guarded by Warner. Down low to McBride, can't get it to go. And Folau controls to Charlie Warner. She's already hit a couple of triples here in this one. Now Peyton Warner. She'll drive, put it up. There's contact, but they're saying that it's just deflected out of bounds. Jamie King is back in for the Knights. And she'll fire for three. That one hits the backboard. But the offensive rebound goes to Folau with 12 on the shot clock. Didn't hit the rim, so it doesn't reset. Warner. She'll go up with it, and that one rolls off the front of the rim. And Visser stops the run for Lone Peak in what was a 10-0 run. And a blocking foul on Syracuse.
Avery King picks up the first personal. First foul of the quarter. Charlie Warner returns to the court.
And Charlie Warner back in for the Knights. Lave Holcraft. Folau to Warner again for three. Yes! Not one, not two, but three triples in the half for Charlie Warner. McBride. Visser tries to make it 2 threes, no good. Holcraft will bring it up the floor. Crossover, puts it up just before the block, and yes, Lave Holcraft. And now it's back to an 8-point lead for Lone Peak. As we head to the midway point here in the second quarter. McBride in the high post. She'll fire foul line high, no good. And Folau. Controls, Warner thought about it. Now to Holcraft, and they say traveling. And Bogus will come back in for the Knights. She's got 2 fouls. Coach Hamblin barks out a play. Visser to King, Avery King now. Anderson, no good from deep. Sorensen with the offensive rebound. Dump down to Anderson. Through the legs of Bogus and couldn't finish it at the rim. And we got a jump ball. At least it looked like through the legs. I'm going just straight off the eyeballs. Tino Psyche's got the HD screen on his camera. Dump down, McBride puts it up, no good, but she'll go to the free throw line. With 3:17 to go until halftime. And Peyton Warner is at the scorers table about to check back in for the Knights. McBride on the year. One of the top shot blockers in the state. And rebounders. Averaging 9.4 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.4 blocks. As she hits the first free throw. And their win over Davis as she gets the second one to go. She had 6 points 2 rebounds and a block. Warner, Charlie Warner, gets bumped and fouled. Eight-point lead for Lone Peak. To trigger is Peyton Warner. Go to Charlie, back to Peyton. She'll fire in the corner for 3. Yes! It's the Warner sisters from downtown here in the first half. And the biggest lead of the game for Lone Peak is 9. McBride from deep. And Holcraft controls. Now to Peyton Warner. Kicks in the corner to Holcraft. Dump down to Bogus. Good defense there by Sorensen. Now King from 3. Nope. But Holcraft with the offensive rebound. She's putting in work on the boards. Now Charlie pump fakes, and she's fouled by McBride. And that's the first personal on Rachel McBride. A senior. Now Bogus. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Lone Peak. Here's Peyton Warner. Bogus, hands off. Now to Holcraft. She'll fire deep. Yes! My goodness! Peyton Warner and Charlie Warner having a first half for Lone Peak. They cannot be stopped. And the ball will roll out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. With 1:39 to go until halftime, Holcraft will come out and get a breather. Done a great job on the boards for the Knights. Now here's Huni Folau. Comes off of a screen. She'll toe the line for 3. Can't get it to go. Visser. Now to Maylee Anderson. Need to get her going here in the second quarter. Now to McBride. Kick back out. 3-pointer. No good. McBride on the rebound, and she's fouled. She'll go back to the free throw line. McBride putting in work in the down low as well for Syracuse. The Titans, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 5 of the last 6 games have been in the win column. As McBride gets that one to go. With wins over Payson, Corner Canyon, and Layton. And then they dropped one to Weber by 5. And then they beat Farmington and Davis. And McBride, good. Ten-point ball game. And a timeout for Coach Warner. We'll see what it is. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back with the final 51.1 after this here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Big O Tires. While you tune into the game, let Big O Tires and American Fork tune up your ride. Stop by for expert service and discounts on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Schedule an appointment online at bigotires.com or call the store 801-692-3757. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Lone Peak with the ball coming out of the timeout. Folau crosses the timeline. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Charlie Warner. Her and Peyton have probably have more than half of their points here in the half, but offensive rebound by Trina Asua, and she gets it to go. Or Iosua. My apologies, Trina. And shot clock is turned off for Syracuse to McBride on the block. Rolls off. And Lone Peak will hold for the last shot. 8 seconds on the clock. Now to Charlie Warner, guarded by Sorensen. Looking to cross over. She'll go into the paint, stripped away. And .7 on the clock. It'll be Syracuse basketball. And that will do it for the first half. A big second quarter for Lone Peak. Has them up by 12 at the break. In large part due to the three-point shooting of Peyton Warner and Charlie Warner. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be back with second half action here in just a bit. You're watching Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.
Don't forget, we've got the All-Star Snack Bar in the corner. Drinks, popcorn.
Second half action about to get started here with Lone Peak taking a 36-24 lead at the break. Trevor Allen here with you in this Region 1 versus Region 3 crossover. Got a doubleheader with the boys taking the floor after this one. And we've got Region 3 versus Region 1 here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com with Davis taking on Corner Canyon at 7 o'clock. We've also got Weber taking on Sky Ridge. And this isn't the first game of the crossover that they've played each other. Lone Peak has already beat Farmington. So coming out of the timeout, it'll be Lone Peak basketball. Going right to left. And a layup no good by Peyton Warner. But an offensive rebound back to Warner. She'll go up, no good. And that one, she's fouled.
Olivia Sorensen picks up the first personal, first foul of the quarter on Titan.
And the story of that first half was the three-point shooting of the Warner sisters, Peyton and Charlie Warner, as Peyton can't get the first free throw to go. Lone Peak outscored Syracuse 23-7 in that second quarter. And she goes empty on that trip, but Bobby Holcraft gets the offensive rebound. That's been another story, is rebounding. Folau to Charlie Warner. Jamie King steps in for a deep two. No on that one. Syracuse had a 17-13 lead at the end of one. And then Lone Peak went off 23-7 in the second quarter as Anderson can't get that one to go. And it started with a 10-0 run to start the second quarter. And it's taken away by Maylee Anderson. She had a good first quarter and then just hasn't really produced anything offensively other than a pass right there since then, but she's a player who's very capable of getting things going. And now Anderson has it, and she's fouled by Warner. And that's her third, I believe. That is her third. And Maylee Anderson bringing it in the front court. Dump down low to Mindy McNeil, and the freshman puts it up and in. And just chipping away at the lead now is Syracuse. Holcraft. Hands off. Full out. Goes right into McNeil. Blocked away. Anderson looking down to McNeil. Guarded by Holcraft. Now here's Sorensen. Hands off to Zadie Peterson. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Visser, McNeil. She'll dribble in, fire it up. Just outside the paint, no good. Lave Holcraft is just trying to keep the ball and is fouled.
First personal foul on McNeil. Second team.
And that's on McNeil. That's her first. Second team foul on the Titans. Holcraft, she'll drive in on McNeil, put it up on the window and in. Lave Holcraft gets the scoring going here for Lone Peak in the second half. Peterson to Anderson. Maylee will look, find Visser, and then in the corner now down low. Good backside help there by Folau. And a good three-quarter into the post as well by Holcraft. Now King to Charlie Warner. Holcraft, she'll spot up for three, and yes! Lave Holcraft from downtown. No good there for the Titans. Here's Holcraft to Peyton Warner. No one's picking her up. And she'll get the mid-range jumper, and Coach Nancy Warner wants a timeout. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as high school basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance, 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Also brought to you by Wadup's Insurance Agency. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental, properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Wadup's Insurance Agency is a local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. Again, that's 801-683-3663. Syracuse basketball coming out of the break. Going the full length of the floor. Visser. Now to Zadie Peterson. McNeil on the perimeter as Lone Peak is in the zone. Good ball movement. McNeil will go into the paint and put it up, and Bogas was acting like she was straight up, but she went down on that, swiped down. Officials look for that, and that's what she did. So free throws coming up for McNeil. Mindy McNeil, 6 of 17 coming into this one from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Iosua will come in, as will Peyton Warner. And that one rolls out, tipped out, and controlled by Syracuse. Avery King dumped down to McNeil, and she's fouled. So she'll go back to the free throw line.
Number 1, Charlie Moore picks up her second personal, third team foul. Mindy McNeil on the line to
And she'll get that one to go with a swish. Need to update Lone Peak's score. Thought it did, but it didn't. So apologies there. 43-30 is our score. Charlie Warner guarded by Avery King. She'll go into the paint, get it off the glass and in. I don't know how she got that in there, but she did. And now it's a 15-point lead for Lone Peak as they stay in that zone. King to Visser in the corner for three. Too strong. And she steps out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. Turnover for the Titans. These two ball clubs coming in. Syracuse 13-4 overall. As Peyton Warner kick out to Folau for three. That one's off the window. And Avery King will bring it up. And she'll float it up. No on that one. Holcraft dumped down to Peyton Warner. Couldn't control it. She'll put it up. It's blocked. And it'll stay with the Knights. And for Lone Peak, they're 9-9. But 4-0 in region play. Now, this isn't a region game, but they've played well in region play. But they've won 5 straight since coming back to play teams from the state of Utah. And stepped out of bounds is Folau before she got the ball. And a turnover for the Knights. In the high post, McNeil dumped down to Sorensen. To Visser. Anderson will spot up for three. Can't get that one to go. But King will get the offensive board. Now McNeil will. She'll go up and she's fouled as Iosua commits the foul. Iosua. Trina's a junior. She's only played in 4 games. So that one rolls out for McNeil. And that one too strong with Jamie King bringing the ball up. Holcraft, the handoff to King. Get it back and they swing it around. Goes off a pick and roll. Peyton Warner, guarded by Visser. Good cutoff there on that dribble drive. Good on-ball defense for Syracuse until the reach-in foul. As the Titans pick up their third team foul with 1:52 to go here in the third. Full out to Warner in the corner. That one's short. Iosua. Now Warner picks up her dribble. Now to Folau with 22 on the shot clock. Charlie Warner gets it stripped away and taken away. Visser to Maylee Anderson. Yes! Maybe she can get going here for the Titans. Brings them to within 13 as we hit the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. Charlie Warner will put it off the window and it rolls off. But she almost got the steal back in the backcourt. And now Maylee Anderson will bring it up. Dump down to McNeil. She'll put it up and in. Not much you could do there with that kind of size and length. But Syracuse is taking advantage of it. Saying, hey, just keep the ball high. They won't be able to get it. Scoring around the rim. And Syracuse has jumped into a zone. About 2 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Folau to King. Holcraft with 5 on the clock. Blocked away by McNeil. Now to Avery King with 2 on the clock. 1 at the horn. And that's off the glass and no good. Through 3, Lone Peak holds a 45-34 lead. Back after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. Sports Network brought to you by Big O Tires. While you tune into the game, let Big O Tires and American Fork tune up your ride. Stop by for expert service and discounts on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Schedule an appointment online at bigotires.com or call the store at 801-692-3757. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Syracuse outscored Lone Peak 10-9 in that quarter to cut the deficit to 11. See what they can do here in the final frame, as it will be Syracuse basketball to start. And Lone Peak already hopping into that zone. Once again, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. Sometimes we start it early, stop it late, that kind of thing to keep it synced up with the clock here in the gym. As Sorensen off the glass and in, the bank is open for Olivia Sorensen. Now they're within single digits. Holcraft, handoff to Warner. Back to Holcraft. She thought about it. Instead, she'll drive, put it off the window, and no good. And Mindy McNeil. Visser, she'll spot up for 3. That one will go out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. And Folau taking her time up the timeline. As Lone Peak trying to pick up a big win on the road as Warner. No good, and McNeil again with the rebound. Visser. Layup just strong on that one. A little too much. As Anderson for 3, yes! They'll take that instead. As Maylee Anderson with her third triple of the game. And a timeout for Coach Hamblin. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them back after this from Big O Tires. Lone Peak basketball coming out of the break. As this portion of the game brought to you by Jace, the right meds the moment you need them. Now here's Charlie Warner from deep. And that one off the iron. There's Avery King. Comes off a screen by Sorensen. Good defense there by Peyton Warner with the deflection. Now in the corner, Visser. Swish! Carson Visser from downtown. And a little mini run here for the Titans as we've got, see if it's an offensive foul. Oh, traveling call. Now here's Maylee Anderson to Visser. Back to Anderson. And Sorensen couldn't control that, and he'll go out of bounds. .5:23 to go. It's a 3-point game. Again, apologies about the scoreboard. Get that updated there, 45-42. Warner at the foul line, and she'll fire it up. Good awareness there, noticed. Had Visser on her hip. And they're going to say it's on the ground. Coach Warner's saying that she's shooting, but they're saying it's on the ground. I thought she was in the active motion of shooting the basketball. She had her on her hip, noticed that she did, put contact on there, and now they're going to change it to 2 free throws. On the season for Warner at the free throw line. 24 of 41 coming in, 59%. And she'll connect on that first one. Now makes it a 2-possession game. Still plenty of time. And goes 2 for 2 on that trip. King. Maylee Anderson got to get it across. McNeil had it. Now Visser does. Now to Anderson with 18 on the shot clock. Here's King. Skips it. Visser from the free throw line. No good. And here comes Peyton Warner. Puts it in the corner to Lave Holcraft. And it rolls off of Jamie King, and it'll be Syracuse basketball. And a full court press is on for the Knights. To Sorensen. And gonna guess that one's on the ground. That foul is on Charlie Warner, her third. Oh, they actually say that Sorensen is shooting. Olivia Sorensen averaging 6.8 points, 5.1 rebounds per game. Shooting 68% at the free throw line and hits that one. Can't get that one to go. Huni Folau. Hands off to Charlie Warner. Now to Peyton Warner. As Visser slips, but she'll lay it up and it rolls out. Charlie Warner open for 3, in and out. And Visser looked like she got poked in the eye. No call. Maylee Anderson splits defenders, dumps down to McNeil. Nice pass. And gets it up and in. Mindy McNeil, the freshman, says, yes, we know you have a freshman who can play ball, but so do we. As Peyton Warner, freshman on freshman, blocked away by McNeil. 2-point lead for Lone Peak. Great defense, and they're just able to get it past the timeline with 9 seconds into the clock. Now Coach Hamblin barking out orders. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Take it away. Peyton Warner, one-on-one. Step through, lay up with the right hand and in. Peyton Warner. The freshman for both teams coming up big here in the fourth quarter. Avery King loses it. And Folau has it with 2:50 to go here in this one. 3 timeouts for Syracuse, 2 for Lone Peak. Both teams have 1 team foul. And Peyton Warner is taking her sweet time, holding it out there. And Visser not putting any pressure on the perimeter, but she'll fire for 3. Yes! Peyton Warner with a big triple here in the fourth quarter. Now it's a 7-point lead. Still plenty of time for Syracuse. In the corner, Visser dump down to McNeil. Back out to Visser. From deep, in and out. Go inside to King, stripped away. Hooney Folau on the floor. And they call a jump ball. The Knights will get the ball after alternating possessions. And Coach Hamblin wants a timeout. It's a full. We'll take it with them. 1:59 to go. Back after this. You're watching Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. The Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, brought to you by Wadup's Insurance Agency. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you, whether it's your business, home, rental, properties, cars, or recreational vehicles. Wadup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663. That's 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. 1:59 to go. Coming out of the timeout. It'll be Lone Peak basketball following the jump ball.
2 minutes remaining.
And each team with 2 timeouts and 1 team foul for each team as well. And putting on a 1-2-2 press is Syracuse. Now there's Peyton Warner. Splits defenders. Now to Charlie Warner. Taking their time, running down the clock. Jamie King. 13 on the shot clock. Peyton Warner coming around to screen from Holcraft. She'll spot up for 3 off the front of the rim. And the offensive board gathered by Lone Peak. And a fresh shot clock. And the coach telling them you got a foul. Especially now that that's only the second team foul on Syracuse. It's also the second personal on Sorensen. Now the third team foul, so 1 more to give before the bonus. And Warner.
Foul called on Avery King.
That's Avery King with her second. And the next one will put him in the bonus. And another foul on King. That'll be her third. And the 5th team foul on the Titans. That will put Lone Peak at the free throw line. Peyton Warner, again, had 27 points in their win over Lehigh last Tuesday. Still a 3-possession game. And it stays that way despite making both free throws for Peyton Warner. Got to go if you're Syracuse. Got to get something. Avery King tracks it down in the backcourt. As we hit near the 1-minute mark, Folau with the steal. Only King to beat, and she's fouled by King with 1:01 to go. And that might just do it. Folau hits the first free throw. And connects on the second one. Maylee Anderson to Sorensen for three. Swish! Olivia Sorensen from downtown. And a timeout for Coach Hamblin. 0.4 to go. Lone Peak with an 8-point lead. And they'll have the basketball after a three-pointer from Olivia Sorensen, which that was her third three-pointer of the season. Now, if the trend holds up here, Lone Peak will pick up their 10th win, including 6 straight. And then they'll finish off region play after this with the second round of region play all the way through. So 4 games remaining in the regular season. Hard to believe that we're only a couple weeks away from tournament basketball. And a foul. Now for Syracuse, again, doesn't hurt them in the region race. This is a non-region game. And Visser will foul out of the ball game. But they will drop to 13-5 overall. They will play 3 of their last 4 games on the road. And again, they will go through the region as well one last time, as Charlie Warner misses the first free throw. They will play at Layton this Friday, because that one doesn't go either. Sorensen with the rebound. And then the Titans will then go to Weber before senior night on the 10th of February against Farmington. And a timeout by Coach Warner. And then the Titans will finish up the regular season on the 13th at Davis. And right now, they're number 3 in the RPI in 6A. Coach Hamblin is having a conversation with the official. I'm not sure what it's about, but the Knights coming into tonight, number 8 in the RPI in 6A. And Peyton Warner goes empty on those pair of free throws with 27 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Maylee Anderson to Sorensen. Kicks in the corner. Zadie Peterson, McNeil. Short corner, no good. And Charlie Warner will get the rebound. And that will do it. Now for Lone Peak, their remaining schedule. They've got 2 home and 2 away in region play. They'll take on the Corner Canyon Chargers at Corner Canyon on Friday. We'll have that game for you right here on KSLSports.com. As we will at home against American Fork on the 3rd of February. At Sky Ridge on the 6th of February. And then senior night at home against Lehigh on the 10th to end the regular season for Lone Peak. So getting a bye on that last weekend of the regular season as Charlie Warner gets that one to go. 57-48. And deep 3. That was impressive by Anderson. And that will do it. Lone Peak goes on the road and picks up a top 3 win as they take down the Syracuse Titans, handing them just their 5th loss of the season. Coming into the game, Syracuse only defeat were to Bingham, Blackfoot from Idaho, against Bountiful, and Weber. Once again, final score, 57-48, 58-51 for my man Tino Psyche on the camera. I'm Trevor Allen. Talk to you in just a bit. The boys coming up at 7 o'clock between Syracuse and Lone Peak, and we'll have that for you right here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.